All right, I get fired up to speak to the guru at any time. Regis Prograis is back and back in the win column. And Regis, fresh off of a victory over JoJo Diaz in Chicago on Saturday,
Yeah.
that people are saying has like fight of the year feels. Congratulations on the comeback. How are you
Thank
feeling
you.
after such a fan-friendly war?
I loved it, bro. I feel excellent. Honestly, look, it don't even feel real to me right now. I mean, I did the camp in Vegas was just so long and it was so hard and it really I've been home for about 2 or 3 days and I've been away for 2 months and it really don't even feel real to even be back home right now. I don't know why. It just doesn't because when I started camp, I'm not gonna lie, the camp was so hard so I didn't even know if I was gonna make it or not. Like the first 2 weeks was a killer to where we did 2 or 3 days every day and I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna make this. And I made it and now I'm back. It's crazy to to feel like I'm really just back home and now I can kind of let loose and I can go on vacation right now. So it
Yeah, I
was
mean,
yeah, it was
was
crazy.
this the first fight with Kay Koroma? I'm trying to remember.
This was my first. Well, I did a camp. The thing is, I did a camp in last summer. I did a camp in Vegas. I was supposed to fight Jack Catterall, but the fight got canceled, so I left Vegas, and I just never went back. I got comfortable. Like I said, the camp was so hard. With K, the camp is just it's gonna be so hard, man. Like the fight is so easy compared to the camp. So when I left, I made an excuse to like leave, and I made an excuse not to come back. That's what I did. Like the fight got canceled. I was like, all right. I'm done. I'm home. I'm gonna just stay here. I'm gonna do the camp, but I really should just kind of stayed out there.
What do you like about this relationship with Kay? That I mean, you said he worked your ass off in camp, and we
You
saw
working
that
hard.
with the fitness that you had to show in such a war. But I
Right.
mean, this feels like a good relationship to add to your career at this point.
I think it is at this stage of my career. I definitely need somebody like that. I need to be pushed the way I was pushed. I haven't. It's cool being in Houston and stuff, but like they don't. It's not the push, man. Like just to give you an example, we was doing 3 days. Listen, my first day, I got there on a Sunday, and I got there like Sunday, like 10 p.m. I texted him. I said, "What time are we doing tomorrow?" I said, "I'm here. What time are we doing tomorrow?" He texted me 5 a.m. I said, "God, 5 a.m." I'm like, man, I just literally just got. I'm getting off the plane 10 o'clock. I'm like, all right. We get there. I get there 5 a.m. I have to wake up like 4:20 because the gym is like 30 minutes to go. Wake up, brush my teeth, put my clothes on 10 minutes. Then the gym is about 30 minutes away. So I get there and he slaughters me, like kills me the first session. So I'm like, all right. Then I had to come back, and then I had to do. He trained me real hard. Then I had to after that. That was Monday. I had to come back do another one. Tuesday I get there. He said, yeah, meet me at the gym. I think like around 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. Man, I get there. He said, run 8 miles. I'm like, 8 miles? This is my second day of training. He's like, yeah, go run 8 miles. I'm like, bro, and this is Vegas, 9 a.m. It's
Sure.
so hot in Vegas.
Yes.
It's like, oh my God, run 8 miles, bro. So, and that was my second day. And we doing 3 days every day. Like I said, he smashed me. He smoked me. Just bad. He
Well,
killed
look,
me.
it showed in there. I mean, I thought you looked great.
Thank
I
you.
do want to talk about this fight at length. First of all, you need a dance partner to have a great fight like that. And even though JoJo Diaz had been on a significant slide of late, still just
Mhm.
32 years old, we know he has a great chin. Were you surprised at how game he was in this 10-round back and forth?
For sure. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, I was under I think that's one thing I do bad. I underestimate my opponents. I underestimate everybody. My dad was like, listen, stop underestimating people. I I don't know why. I just do it. I was like, man, I'm gonna knock JoJo out in the first 2 rounds. I'm thinking I'm gonna smoke him, I'm gonna kill him. Man, JoJo was way tougher than I thought. I mean, he is an Olympian, he's a former world champion, but I know I was looking at his record, like, he lost like his last 6 out of 7 fights. So I was like, I'm gonna beat JoJo easy. And man, was I wrong? Like he was way tough. I thought I was gonna knock him out like in 1 or 2 rounds, and man, he was way tougher than I thought. For sure. I'd really take my hat off and congratulate JoJo because he was way, way, way better than I thought he was.
I got to give him that credit too, and I do hope that he gets another big fight because it sounded in the post-fight interview like he's done a lot to turn his life around, and I'm certainly cheering for him in that regard.
Hmm.
When you look at this fight, man, here's what's weird: I didn't watch it live, but
Hmm.
like the Twitter reaction was like, "Oh, Regis is past it. He got rocked. He got robbed." I rewatched the broadcast. The announcers are like, "His chin is betraying him." I didn't see that necessarily. Was it just was your balance off? Like what happened?
I
Were you
have
hurt
bad
by these
balance.
punches?
That's what I and that's what I need to work on. That's why I started working on that already, bro. I have bad balance. Everybody, it's not my people say, "Oh, yo, my footwork is off." It's this, is that. It's not that. It's just I have bad balance. I have flat feet. I have genetically. I have flat feet. My dad has flat feet also, but he wasn't a fighter. I'm a fighter, so it looks like when I get hit, it looks like it's worse than what it is. Now I'm not gonna in the first round. I look, and the thing is, when you get hit with a hard punch, they don't hurt. It might knock you off balance, but they don't hurt. Like he hit me on the
Sure.
top of my head and my back leg, it went numb. But I never was hurt in the fight. People was like, oh, he was hurt and all that stuff. And it's like, nah, I wasn't hurt. But yeah, he did hit me and it kind of numbed my left leg a little bit, but I never was hurt in the whole fight. I mean, you can look at my face right now, like I have nothing on my face. Like
Yeah.
I have nothing. I just fought, and this was like this. It's Wednesday right now, but this was like this on Sunday. I don't have nothing on my face at all, literally nothing. So I never was hurt in the fight. I mean, the thing is, in combat sports, pure people always gonna say what they want to say. That's just how it is. I I've been in the game long enough to where like I know what it is. I know how people gonna react. People gonna say everybody always gonna say stuff. You can't. And that's one thing Kay told me. He's like, listen, don't let people tell you who you are. And that's
Mhm.
one thing I took in this whole camp is like I'm not letting nobody tell me who I am. I know who I am, and and I'm gonna show who I am.
Indeed, indeed. And I give you a lot of credit for how you persevered after that first round. And then it looked like his power really wasn't bothering you, but it looked
Mm-mm.
like you were having fun in there. And I know that was something you talked about coming in. Like, I'm just gonna go in there and have some fun. Does that take away pressure when you
Yes,
have that
it
mindset?
does. It does, man. Like in the dressing room, I remember walking out and I only felt like it's a few times. Like I remember walking to the ring smiling, like happy. I was real happy going to the ring. I felt that was a Zapata. And I felt that with JoJo just now. Like it was I walked to the ring and people saying my name. I'm coming out, I'm hitting people gloves and stuff like that. I'm touching people and I had a lot of fun. I just couldn't wait to go out there and have fun. Like I told you the training is so hard. Like the fight it just has to be fun. That's all. Because the train, it's like you did all this hard training. The training is not fun at all. The training is real hard. But I went out there and I just had fun. And that's kind of what I want to do. And that was a real fun fight. Like that's a very memorable fight. So like I had a lot of fun. So I will always, my next fight, whoever that's gonna be, I'm gonna bring that same feeling back and like just go out there and just enjoy myself and have a lot of fun.
Did you get hit more than you wanted to? Because I felt like there was times you were like okay with getting hit because this was such a fun fight and because he was leaving those openings for you.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah, it's like maybe so, but like I said, it didn't hurt. Like, I mean, I don't want say nothing bad, but like it wasn't like the power was there. Now, if he would have had more power, then I probably would have like kind of worried, like, all right, I can't let him hit me like that. But like he didn't have that much power to really like affect me. He just that's the only thing he want to do is just get on the inside and try to brawl with me. That was the only
Sure.
chance. When I was on the outside popping my jab, he couldn't get close, and I could have made it easy, but. Everybody say like, man, why you just didn't make it easy and just keep jabbing them? And it's like, nah, I want to have fun, and I'm glad I did it because look, this is considered the fight of the year right now.
Yeah, it's definitely in the conversation. There's no question about it. It was a super fun fight, as was the main event. How did you find that Chicago crowd there? Because we don't see enough big time boxing in Chicago, to be honest. Like when Galata was fighting, you did, when Andre Fanfara was fighting, but like I don't feel like the fights are ever there anymore.
Yeah, it's not. They need to come. They need to bring it back, man. Chicago. I was saying I'll go back to Chicago and fight again. Because listen, Illinois don't have state taxes. So
Yeah,
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with going back to Chicago and fighting again because the tax situation. But they had a real good crowd. They had a real good crowd as far as the Kenny fight and the Duarte fight. I felt like Kenny edged it out. I'm gonna be a little biased because me and Kenny we train together. Kate trains
sure.
Kenny also. So we all train in Vegas together. So I thought that Kenny did edge it out, but I know the business side of things, and I do understand. I understand the judges too, what they're looking at. He just kept forward the whole time, but I feel like Kenny won the fight. I feel like how he outboxed him, but the judges saw it differently.
Yeah, I want to talk about the way that this fight was refereed and the doctor. First of all, the fourth round, your legs get tangled, and then JoJo hits you with a shot that, I mean, Roy. People remember Roy Jones, Montel Griffin. That's disqualifiable. When you look back on that, like, what the hell happened?
Man, I don't know what happened, man. It was. I'm glad. First, I'm glad the fight went on, but the fight should have been stopped long time ago. I'm glad it went. I'm glad it didn't stop it, but he hit me while I was down. I saw that the doctor came on. I didn't know at the time when I was in the neutral corner,
Sure.
but I saw the doctor came on. They said, "How many fingers I got up?" He said, "Two." How many fingers I got up? Three, four. You know, so he was lost. He didn't know what was going on. They should have been stopped that fight, but I'm glad that it didn't happen. But you can tell. I mean, it. I think that when you have something like that, it shows the people, like, the sport is not as clean as you think it is.
It is a crazy sport in basically every category. There's no doubt about that. It's
Right.
why we love it. A lot of times it's frustrating. I'm sure it's frustrating as a fighter. You got back in the win column. You shook off a couple fights in which you were down. We don't
Mhm.
always know what's going on in a fighter's lives. I mentioned people, some people looked at that fight and were like, oh, I even saw people saying Regis should retire. And I'm like, I thought that was the best your jab looked, the best your
Right.
movement looked in a while.
Right. Right. Right.
What
Right.
what was the difference ultimately between this fight and those recent performances where you didn't look as crisp?
Well, I mean, I think one of the main things is the training. I did train. I trained like I trained 2 months, bro. I was in Vegas trained 2 months. I wasn't home. I do have a lot of personal stuff going on in my life. With all kind with family issues and stuff. I've been
Sure.
having that for a long time, and it's still not slowing down. But one thing I did is I wasn't home. Like I'm back home now, and I have to deal with all this stuff now. But like I was in Vegas the whole time, man. So like whatever's going on in my personal life, I left it, and I'll get
Sure.
back to it now. It's like I left and I came back and it's still here. That's why it feels fake to me. Like I did all that stuff, and I went to Vegas for 2 months, and I get back home and it's all still the same thing right here. But I left all that behind. Like I got there, I went to Vegas, and I really just trained. That's all I did was in training camp, and I really focused. And I focused on boxing. I really gave my life to boxing instead of giving my life to everything else. And I feel like that was the main difference. So I know that going forward, I have to do a training camp in Vegas. I can't be home anymore. It's just so much in my house, man. It's so hectic. In my family, it's so hectic.
There you go.
It's too many stuff. It's too much stuff going on that I just don't need to be around it, because it kind of messes you up. And that's why I've been mentally for a long time. And now I'm like, man, when I can be there now because I'm finished fighting. I can get all into all the stuff mentally. But now, I mean, after this, when I go back to camp, I'm putting it all on the table, putting it all on ice again.
In a 10-round fight there, how many rounds do you feel like you won? Because people seem to be upset at that 98-92 scorecard. I thought it was 6-4, 7-3. You give Diaz credit for rallying in the second half, but what did you feel like the score really was in your heart?
I don't think it was nine. I think that was kind of wide at the same time. I think I probably won by 3 or 4 rounds, maybe. Yeah, same thing. Like about 3 or 4 rounds. I know he did come up a little bit. He was trying to. That's what Kay was telling me. Like, don't let him. All he has is one thing. He just wants to brawl. That's it.
Yeah,
Don't let him do that. And like I said, he didn't have that much power, so I just kind of let him sit on the inside and hit me with a lot of stuff. And the funny thing is, man, like we worked on that camp and so much because I fought with this dude named Special. He's an African from Namibia, and when he gets on the inside, he's really good at holding, really good at grabbing, and he knows how to, free his hand and just hit you. And I'm not good at that. And that's what
sure.
JoJo did that's what he did the whole time. So but yeah, I felt like he tried to do that, but I still feel like I won the fight. I mean, people can say what they want, but I definitely feel like I know I won the fight because I controlled the fight with my jab almost the whole time. I just let him fight me every now and then, but with the jab, it was popping and he couldn't get past it.
The phone's got to be ringing now when you talk about what could come from this. I did see people that would love a rematch. I thought some people thought the fight, the scoring on the DAZN broadcast, I thought they had it closer than it actually was.
Mhm.
But are you considering a rematch at all, or do you believe this could get you back into a really big fight against the
I think
elites?
this is gonna get me back to something big. I think JoJo should probably go back down to 135. If JoJo is here, like I feel like, man, like it's crazy because people when they fight me, they be real serious about training camp. JoJo was real serious about this. He was in shape. It feel like a lot of fights he wasn't like that, but with this fight, he was real serious, and he came to fight. He came to be in a fight. He came to be in shape. But now, I mean, for me now, I think that big fight. For me, that's what I want, man. Either big money fights, a belt, or big money fights. Somebody with a name. That's kind of what I want. That's why I'm doing my training now. I really invested in myself. I went to Vegas. I didn't have to do it. I could have trained here in Houston if I wanted, but I really invested in myself and I went out there. So um now, yeah, same thing. Something big, belt or something big on the line.
So you're with Golden Boy Promotions, correct?
I'm a Golden Boy. Yeah.
Is this
Mhm.
a new relationship? I'm trying to. I don't
This
remember.
new, this new. I never was with Golden. I've been all over around the world. I've been everywhere. You know, I was
Sure.
with Probellum. I was with Metrum. I was with Luther Bella. Did something with Top Rank, something with Al Heyman, and now I'm Golden Boy. You know,
I
so
mean, just looking at the Golden Boy roster, you got Duarte who won in the main event. You got Ryan Garcia. Are these names that you think could be realistic for you?
I definitely think those. You know, I was actually supposed to fight Duarte, you know, and I got hurt in camp and stuff like that. So we both were supposed to fight Duarte. Me and Kenny were supposed to fight him. Obviously, Kenny first, and then I was supposed to fight him, and we both got hurt, you know. So it gave him a lot of confidence, thinking, "All right, we scared of him." So you know, Kenny was first, so Kenny fought him, and like I thought he won, but whatever. And then so yeah, maybe if that's the case, you know, if Duarte goes and grabs the belt, then yeah, I'll definitely be willing to fight Duarte. If not, yeah, somebody like Ryan will be perfect. You know, I think that somebody like Ryan will be real good for me to do because
That'd be a
we all in the
very
same stable. Ryan,
interesting fight.
it's
Yeah.
Duarte, Ryan Ramirez. You know, Barboza. It's a lot of fights at Golden Boy for me. So it's a good time right now for me.
Do you have an opinion on who Ryan really is as a fighter when you look at the Haney fight and then you look at the Rolly fight? Like,
Yeah.
what? Like, is he that guy from the Haney fight or is he the guy from the Rolly fight? Who is he?
He's both of them, man. Obviously, he's both of them. I think you know it's here, bro. Most people don't realize, bro. Boxing is here. You know, we
Yeah,
all do the same thing, right? We all run, we all swim, we all run stairs, we all hit the heavy bags, we all spar, we all do the same thing. What separates the good fighters from the shitty fighters or the great fighters is this, you know. And like I said, I was screwed up here too. You know, a lot
yeah,
of people get that stuff, man. You people don't realize how important it is to be clean here. When you're clean here and you have no distractions, it's always a big difference. But you know, when you have so much clutter in your life, it's hard, man. It really is hard. And like I said, I know personal experience that yeah, like personal life, sometimes your personal life is going crazy and then you still have to go and fight and you can't really concentrate. You know, that's why I feel like, you know, fighters should go away to training camp, just get off, go away. I didn't used to believe in that first because I've been a champion twice and I was the champion twice and I was in Houston. I was at home and became a champion. But now I'm at the stage in my career. I feel like I can't afford to go losing no more fights. You know, I can't afford to go
yeah.
looking bad and stuff. So I had to change something. So that's why I changed, and that's why now I am clear. I can really focus on what I need to focus on.
Dude, that really matters. I mean, I don't care if you work in an
Matters a lot.
office crunching numbers, you get in a fight with your wife, you're going to be affected that day. Like it's life. We're human
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
exactly.
Was I wrong? Who was in the ring with you when you were celebrating? Was that one of your children?
That's my son. Yeah, my son. Yeah, he was enough. He was the only one that came. Matter of fact, he always wanted to walk to the ring. So I wasn't really about to my. So nobody came. Man, my mama didn't come. My dad didn't come. My sister didn't come. I have two daughters. They didn't come. Just my son came. My son wants. He likes to walk to the ring with me. So they came to Vegas my last hard week of no. After I was done after I was done hard training, my two of my kids came to Vegas. My two big ones, and they came. And my son was like, he really wanted to come. I was like, man, I ain't really planning on bringing nobody to the fight.
Sure.
But he really wanted to come. I was like, all right, man, come on,
He
because
has
he
cool
watched me
hair. He
run.
looked like you. I was like, that's got to
Yeah,
be
he got the
Regis'
dreads
son.
and stuff. Yeah, he locked up and stuff. So you know,
Cool.
he wanted to come. He likes to walk to the ring.
I also noticed the advancement on the tattoos, man. We got the New Orleans shout out right there. Do you feel like
Yeah.
that this canvas is done, or do you have a lot more
Oh, I got
plans?
some more. I definitely got some. I don't like to feel pain no more. That's the thing. I'm done with feeling pain. I don't like to feel the pain, but I do want some more. I do want a lot more tattoos, but it's just the pain thing, man. I don't know if you got tattoos in your chest, but they hurt they hurt.
Dude, I got to think of with needles, spiders, and black licorice. I don't do
Yeah.
any of those three. All right, all right. So
Right. I
yeah,
got you. Yeah.
I mean, I would have a
Yeah.
lot of regrettable tattoos if I was able
You
to.
probably
Just
would. Right,
saying
right,
that.
right. I got some of those too. But yeah,
Yeah.
I got some regretting ones when I was young. But now I'm gonna get some more eventually. But I'm not ready for pain.
All right, I got to ask you about what I thought was your greatest fight ever, even though it was a loss, of course. That absolute thriller with Josh Taylor back in the day at the
Yeah.
WBSS tournament. Josh Taylor retires before we ever get a rematch. What were your emotions when you see one of your great rivals step away for good?
I mean, I think it was time, man. I think it was time for him. You never want to see nobody get hurt indefinitely, and be all messed up. So I think maybe it was time, man. I felt like, Josh Taylor had a good run when he had his run, but I felt like he was declining. Like really after my fight, he started declining a little bit. He
Yeah.
did beat Ramirez for undisputed, but after that, like he really started declining. I think he took a lot of damage, and I think it was time. We never got that fight again, but at the same time, I congratulate him on his retirement. He stepped away when it was time. You never want nobody to be, he had an eye issue. You never want him to be blind because of boxing. So,
Sure.
I mean, it is what it is. Let him, I'll see what he does in retirement. He's first to retire out of. At the time it was me, him, and Ramirez that was champions, and now he stepped away. He's retired now. Because we starting to get older. I think I'm still the oldest, but I'm still looking the best right now.
I
I'm,
know
I'm yeah,
you look recharged. I mean, you've
right,
never
right, right.
fought
Yeah,
Ramirez, right?
Ramirez is still, yeah. I never fought Ramirez though, and he's golden
Okay.
boy. But
He
he's
is?
still, yeah, he's golden boy, yeah. And I never fought. He's a former unified champion. Um, but Josh Taylor's the first one, so it'll be exciting to see what he's gonna do in his retirement.
Sure, sure, certainly. Wish him well. A very fun fighter to watch.
Yeah.
I gotta give it to you, Regis. It was great to see you get the win. I'm excited to see you come back. What are we thinking? Later this fall?
I would think so. Maybe like November, December. I mean, the first thing I need a break. I need a
Yeah,
good break. I need a vacation. And it's not really physical. I trained last night a little bit, but I just feel like mentally I have to, I have to be home for a little while, be with my kids. I haven't been here for 2 months, so I do want to be with my kids and stuff, and trying to figure out my, some family's life stuff.
yeah.
And then after that, then get back to Vegas, get back to training. I got some offers to go. Actually, I got some offers to go to Japan and go train for a little while. So I'm thinking
Ooh,
about going. I'm thinking about going doing that. But it's like I said, it's just you need a break. You need a mental break just because I haven't been with my kids. I'm a
yeah.
big family man. I love being around my kids, and I got three of them. And so I do want to be around my kids for a little while before I start moving around and stuff like that
I
to
hear
get.
you. That's the
Yeah,
most important job you'll ever have, man. And you
it's
already
the
know
most
that.
important ones.
Let
Yes,
me
sir.
close with I always ask you about the damn Rougarou mask. It got stolen,
I
whatever.
got it. I got it. I got it. It's back here. It's back there. It's right there. That's the red. That red stuff. That's it right
Oh,
there.
okay, okay. So it's still around. It's still alive.
It's
I think
still around. I just didn't wear it, man. It's just like, man. It's last time I fought in I think when I fought Devin in San Francisco, it was somebody lost it or something like that. It's just because
okay.
it's such a big mask. It's really expensive. It was like I forgot how much it was, but it's expensive. It's a big mask to take around, and then it's uncomfortable to wear to the ring. It's not really comfortable to wear to the ring and stuff like that. So
All
I
right.
don't
Well, it is
know.
iconic. You're the Rougarou
It's
for
not
life.
kind of. I keep it. I put it in my. I keep putting my office somewhere hanging on the wall, but I don't think I'm gonna wear it no more to the ring just because it's so uncomfortable. You gotta go through the ropes with it, and sometimes it falls off, and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what? I'll leave it alone.
All right. Well, hey, Rougarou's back, man. Thanks for the
I'm back.
chat. I can't wait to
Perfect.
see you. Wish you well. Congratulations on a great performance.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Have a good one.